everyone, today I'm back with another makeup tutorial for you guys, and today I'm going to create a super quick and easy 5-minute makeup tutorial. This has been my go-to makeup look to do on myself during the spring season, and it's absolutely perfect if you are in a rush and you just don't feel like spending more than 5 or 10 minutes on your makeup application. So I'm going to do a minimal amount of editing to this video just so that it is as realistic as possible as far as the timing is concerned. So let's just get started. Okay, so far the only thing I have done is pretty much wash my face with my cleanser and use my moisturizer. So for today, I think I'm gonna do my face makeup first. So first off, I'm gonna get started with the Becca First Light Primer. I've really been enjoying using this because it just creates a super flawless canvas, and it really helps to just color correct and helps to brighten your complexion. I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of issues with discoloration to my skin. I have a lot of kind of dark spots left over from acne scarring from when I was a teenager, and I also have a lot of darkness around my eyes. So I've noticed that when I use this primer, it just makes me look instantly more refreshed and more awake every time I use it. So next I'm going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion to conceal a little bit of that darkness that I always have going on my lid, and it's also going to help with making my eyeshadow stay on a lot longer. There we go. So at this point you can either add some eyeshadow or you can just not add any eyeshadow. I'm gonna use just a little bit of a bronzer type of a shadow from the Kiss by Gold Lancome palette. I'm gonna use this middle shade, and I'm just gonna go in with a big fluffy brush like this and just put it kind of messily all over my lid. And it's completely up to you if you want to use an eyeshadow or not. I just feel like this helps to create, for me, a little bit of depth and definition without doing a full-on eyeshadow look. And I'm just going to go in with that lighter shade just on the brow bone, just to create a little bit of light. And I'm putting that into the inner corners as well. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is just tightline my waterline with the Le Stylo waterproof pencil in Noir Intense, and this is a Lancome pencil, and I'm just going to tightline my waterline. And this is just going to help to fill in the gappiness that we all have between our lashes. And this is just going to create a basically linered look without actually having done any liner up top. I'm going to quickly curl my lashes. I'm going to use a little bit of clear brow gel by Maybelline to just tidy up my brows a little bit. And that'll give me an idea for later on, once that brow gel sets, if I want to fill in my brows today or if I just want to let them hang out and be natural. Some days I feel like I need to fill them, other days I feel like I don't, so we'll see what happens when the brow gel sets. Now I'm going to move on to my actual facial concealing. So we'll use the Lancome Effortless Waterproof Concealer, and I'm just going to put just a drop or two of this on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use my ring finger to just warm it up a little bit, and I'm going to just tap it with my finger all over under my eye. This stuff is really nice because it feels quite nice and moisturizing under the eyes. It doesn't feel drying at all. And I actually had to break up with my Maybelline concealer because I don't know if they changed the formula or what the deal is with it, but it is just not concealing for me the same way how it has for the last like 8 years. I don't know if my dark circles are getting worse or what the deal is, but it just is not working for me anymore. So I tried a couple of different concealers. I tried the Revolution concealer, the Makeup Revolution one, and it looked great at first when I put it on, but after about, I would say maybe 2-3 hours of wearing it, it really starts to separate under my eyes and just look very nasty and crepey. So unfortunately that one didn't work out for me. And then I also used the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer by IT Cosmetics. That one, again, looks great at first, but within a couple of hours of wearing it, even if I set it, it just looks very, very nasty. And at that point, what you can do is you can use some of your concealer to just add it a little bit to the center of your face and blend it out, just to give yourself a little bit more of an even skin tone. Or you can go in with a liquid foundation. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna add just a few lines of this concealer just to the center of my face, like so. And I'm gonna put just one pump, like the smallest little pump on the back of my hand of the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. And I'm gonna pick that up with my Wet Beauty blender and just kind of mix that together with the concealer and just blend it in very nice and sheer all over my face. Working as a beauty advisor at Ulta has been such a cool experience for me. I really enjoy talking to all of my clients and listening to what their skin concerns are and what their makeup concerns are. And by far the most common one that we all seem to have is that we want to look great, but we don't want to spend a ton of time on doing our makeup every single day because, you know, that's an extra like 10 minutes that you could be reading, or an extra 10 minutes that you could be cooking, or an extra 10 minutes that you could be sleeping. And honestly, I feel like with makeup, less is more. It is meant to accentuate your features. It is by no means supposed to make you hide your face. So there we go. Face is pretty much done. I'm just gonna set it really quick with the Ben Nye translucent powder. And I do not bake. I've tried that trend a couple of times and honestly feel like it is pretty much just a waste of time. So there we go. Face done. I'm gonna add a tiny little bit of bronzer here and there with a bigger fluffy brush like this. This is the one by Eco Tools. And I'm not gonna contour or anything. I'm just gonna lightly just place that along the areas where you would contour or place bronzer. And just gonna, with a light hand, put that everywhere. Just enough to give yourself a little bit of a sun-kissed, healthy look. We all look a little bit healthier and a little bit more together with a bit of bronzer. So, and I think now that that brow stuff has set, I can see that I need to fill in my brows a wee little bit. So we'll use some of the Ardell Dark Brow Pomade. And I'm just going to use the Ardell brush that pomade came with. And I'm just going to do very little, tiny, little feathery strokes like this to just fill in the few little gaps that I have going on. Mostly just there at kind of the top of my eyebrow, the ends of my eyebrow, and then as I fill, I like to just brush it in, just to make it look a little bit less artificial. There we go. I think that's as good as those are gonna get. And now I'm going to go ahead and use my Benetint, and I'm going to use this on my cheeks and on my lips as well. So you have to work fast with this stuff. You can either use your fingers, which is definitely going to stain your fingers, or you can use a beauty blender, or you can use some sort of a sponge. But I like to just kind of have my beauty blender ready to go in my hand. And I smile, and then just dab it in as soon as you apply it so that it doesn't leave any kind of a blotchiness. I've been loving using this too. I feel like it just gives such a pretty healthy flush to the skin, and I don't blush at all, ever. Even if I exercise, I never ever have any kind of a blush or flush to my skin. And so I've really been loving using this because I just feel like it looks very natural. So now I'm gonna take a little bit on my lip. Again, you have to work with it fast on your lips too. Otherwise it starts to settle and looks a little bit weird. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of my rosebud salve just to the center of my lip. And I feel like that together just creates such a pretty juicy look to the lips. And I'm gonna finish off the look with my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara. I loved using this mascara during high school, and I finally just picked myself up one the other day, and I am back in love with it all over again. So you just want to kind of wiggle it through the roots and bring it up and out until you're happy with the amount of volume that you get. You can also brush it down through your lashes and up. But by far that wiggling motion is what's going to give you the most even amount of volume to the roots of your lashes. And that tight lining that we did earlier definitely helps to make the mascara look even better. And I'm gonna put a very little bit along my bottom lashes, because bottom lashes want to have some fun too. And I'm mostly just using the end of the mascara wand to do that with. And then something that I like to add at the very end, just to give it a little bit more of a glam kind of a feel, is use the Naked Cosmetics Holographic Highlighter Palette. And I'm gonna pick up, since we did more of a peachy eyeshadow, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that peach color right there, and I'm gonna mix it together with this peach shade and just very gently press it on to my lid. Just with my fingers. And that just adds a little bit more color and fun to the look. So this is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed already, then definitely hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on my weekly uploads, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!